Welcome to T-Boys TV. Of course the flipping buzzer goes off. Thank God my mum's answering it. Literally done it in time. But yeah, welcome back to T-Boys TV. We are back again with another hat show. Obviously, it's been a few weeks, but it's only right. We return this week, especially the amount of transfer news that has been in and out of Luton and rumours that have been circulating around the club as well. And yeah, obviously I've had most of my thoughts, but obviously there's a few more topics that we will discuss. But like always, I'm joined with my dad. How are we, Dad?
Yeah, all good, mate. Hope everyone's cool. Hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm good. Hope you're good. Every time it feels like it's been a while. Even though it's only been a couple of weeks, because we're used to doing it every week and stuff like that, really. But
Yeah.
yeah, big up to yourself. Big up to everyone that was waiting in the chat as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So first of all, because obviously I've said my thoughts on the first two signings, Shandon Baptiste and Real Walters. I'll let you have your thoughts on them, Dad. I'll let you start off with Shandon Baptiste from Brentford.
Yeah, I hadn't really seen too much of him, but obviously, he's obviously highly rated. Brentford signed him from Oxford, I believe, a few years ago. But he's never quite broke through, probably more due to injury than anything else. And then other players have gone ahead. That's what happens sometimes. But he looks like a quality operator, strong, athletic, just what we need in midfield, box to box. I think powerful, and will be good at set pieces as well. So yeah, great signing on the free.
Yeah, he did say in his interview as well that, obviously they asked the players, what's your best strength or how would you describe yourself as a player? And he said box to box midfielder. Like I said at the time, I think it's good considering it's on a free. I do feel if it was on a free, like I said at the time, maybe we wouldn't have went in just because his injury record's not the best. But I think if you're getting him for free, there's a decent amount of Premier League experience, 55 appearances, something like that. It's more than enough. Obviously when Brentford went up as well, all them years ago, he was a part of that as well. So I think when you look on the basis of that, it's a decent signing to get. Obviously we were always looking there as the main priority first, I would say, just because we always knew, Ross Barkley was going to move on. Obviously, it would be difficult to get a player of that caliber, but it's similar in ways. Obviously, Barkley's better, but the way he is and that, in the sense of how he plays, is quite similar as well. And he'll probably be alongside, Nakamba again. I can see that with maybe some players higher up, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on there. And then obviously the other signing was announced yesterday. An Arsenal star, like I said at the time, Rio Walters. What's your thoughts on that one? Again, another free one.
Yeah, obviously another Premier League sign. These players we've signed both, at Premier League clubs. But do you know what I mean? So that's the big difference this season. Can't remember the last time we signed Premier League, players like direct from the clubs. I think that's been a while. So that shows where else we're looking and what we're able to bring in now. We're like a bit more established. Arsenal offered him another contract, but if he would have been sitting, under 21s on the bench possibly again this season. And he wants to be playing football and he wants to prove himself. And, because we kept on Rob Edwards because we're on the up, he decided to come to us. And apparently he's very, very highly rated. I've seen a few clips of him and stuff. So he's obviously got that quality. And that's what we're adding, now. So it's all good. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of midfielders to come. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Another strong, he's probably better than... We'll see, but I know he can play on the right wing.
Like various positions, yeah.
Yeah, he's more versatile. I'd say he's probably better than Kabore already,
I mean, I'd have to agree, especially if you're basing that on development, because he was on the bench 8 times for Arsenal last season, and he was actually on the bench when they, played against us and beat us 4-3. So that tells you a lot for me. You know, when he's in and around the team, like you said, they offered him a new contract and he turned it down for you know to get first team football elsewhere. And like I said yesterday, I'm happy that we've you know permanently got someone in that role because since James Bree, it's just been loans and stuff like that, hasn't it? And it's good to finally you know get someone there. Maybe you know maybe need another option there still, but again, I think we've got players that can play there. You know, I think personally we just need one more centre back. You know, that's it really. And defensively, the left side again, it depends on Doughty's situation, like I've said. So yeah, that's that on that. And obviously, it's one where he plays you know how we want to play as well. Hence why we've got him in the sense of going forward, attacking. You know, and yeah, from what I've seen, he's pretty good as well. And like I said yesterday, a lot of Arsenal fans I spoke to rate him quite highly, but it's just it was always going to be difficult for him because they got the likes of Ben White, who had the phenomenal season last season, and then obviously they've got Tommy Asu as a backup. So it was always going to be difficult for him to get in. But Rob Edwards, the recruitment team, on it again. You know, obviously knows a few of the players as well that have been in and around the first team, like Nelson, Heisold as well. So maybe they had a slight influence as well as obviously the manager and the recruitment team doing their business like they do. So yeah, that's that. Let's go through some comments. Big up to Chris in the chat. He says, "Big up. Hope we are well. Yeah, we're good. Thanks, mate. Hope you're good." Baptiste is a typical Luton signing, and I'll say that in a good way. Sensible business, got promotion experience. Yeah, exactly. It's like I say, if he worked for free, then maybe we wouldn't, just because of the record, you know, the injury record, and you know, obviously for us it was quite horrific in the end, and you know, unfortunate for us in the Premier League. So I think it is on a free. You know, he wants to prove himself as well. You know, he said that in his interview. So I think he'll be good, man. I think he'll do well, especially if he's fit. You know, if he's fit, you know, and has a better record, injury record than he has, then the top player. And like he's one of them. I spoke to my cousin, obviously a Brentford fan. He was saying he's a good player, do well for you guys, and he's one of them players when you know it's you know when he's on the pitch, you can tell he's on it, sort of thing. You know, similar in ways. Like I say, obviously Barkley's a better player, but similar in ways of you know the influence, you know, sort of thing, and that's what's been said about Baptiste. And obviously, he did score against us in the 3-1 game. Good bit of trickery, you know, on the goal as well. You know, like I said at the time, I did have to look back at it because the game was dead and buried, you know, as we all know. But yep. And Chris also says Arsenal fans I spoke to gutted Waters has gone. They wanted Arsenal to develop him, but no better club to join for development than Luton. Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. And, you know, he's thought of it from his own benefit, you know, to go out and play regular first team football. And yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, me personally, I don't think he'll start, you know, as in the first, you know, I don't know, 5 games maybe, because obviously he still is 19, you know, he's got to develop. And Rob Edwards sort of maybe hinted at that. You know, so but he will be in that first team. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the likes of unless we got someone else in, you know, that can play there, the likes of Chio started there. And then as the season went on, he obviously plays where we want to see him, which is higher up there, you know. Um, so we'll see. We'll see what goes on. But good start to the transfer window overall, you know. But an outgoing that has happened. And again, obviously, I said my thoughts on this. Is Osho dad? Now, we was discussing, you know, we always had a feeling because, you know, it's one of them contract situation that he was always going to potentially go. There was obviously rumours of certain teams, Sheffield United, and a few others, you know, in and around England. There was obviously Turkey as well before Sheffield United, but he's ended up going to France. Obviously, AJ, obviously they got promoted. Like I said yesterday, they could be similar to us last season in the sense of they've gone back to the top division. You know, they could be in a relegation battle. Obviously, the year before, when they were last in it, they got relegated. So they seem like a bit of a yo-yo team. You know, like Norwich were. You know, a few years ago. But yeah, what did you make of that move when you saw it?
It doesn't really surprise me, you know, when we saw him at the end of the season, like emotional and stuff. So he kind of probably already knew that he was going to go there. It's just where, you know, he wanted a new challenge, and that's fine. Um, you know, because we've got a lot of good centre backs at the club and things like that, and maybe he thought potentially he might not be. I don't know. Whatever. He was out of contract. It's his decision. He wanted a new challenge. He's the right age. And yeah, I think that's a good move for him. And I'll be watching him closely. Big up to him. You know, I thought he was decent. And look, you know, when first signing from Reading, you know, he had a mistake in him, but he was ironing them out. You know, and he probably will end up being a very good defender. I wouldn't be surprised to see him back in the Premier League at some point. And yeah, he could play defensive mid as well. You know, I liked him, but I think we've pretty much covered, as you say, probably get someone in with experience. Obviously, there's been rumours about Peters. I think we had someone else on trial as well, like a youngster, but I'm not sure about that. He might go out on loan or whatever, but Peters would be good backup. A lot of experience, definitely played in the Premier League. Yeah, he's 35, but sometimes, you know, in that defensive area, it's good to have someone like that around the squad. So, you know, I think that's potential.
Yeah, and it's like I say, I personally don't think, you know, Lockyer will come back. And obviously, he was that captain, that leader. So I wouldn't mind someone like Peters because, like I say, he's got that experience. He is quite versatile as well. You know, he can play a lot of, you know, different roles in the defensive area. So yeah, I'll take that. You know, I'll take that. Even to be fair, even West Brom fans, you know, have said, you know, he's good. You know, he's a good player still at his age now. So obviously, he was involved, wasn't he, in the pre-season game the other day, a 3-0 victory over Stevenage. Like I said to you, Dad, at the time. Shame we couldn't do that when we went, but
Yeah.
it was good that we, you know, humbled them once again, really.
Shay redemption, actually. I think Shay was in goal. He didn't have a good game.
Yeah, he was for the first half, yeah, no, absolutely. So, yeah, like I've said on No Show, it's obviously a 1-year deal as well with an option to extend. So I think he's just going to see how it is, you know, and he probably is getting obviously a bit more money. But it'll be interesting. Like you say, a lot of the French games are televised in the French leagues on TNT quite a bit. So if I see him playing there, and obviously Luton aren't playing at the same time, and obviously I'll probably have a little eye out on that, see how he does. That'd be pretty interesting to see. Obviously, he got number 3 there as well. I remember last season he got number 2, which was quite interesting because that's usually like a right back number. But yeah, wish him all the best, like I said. And yeah, we'll see how he does. You know, still be up against top teams. Not quite Mbappe, a top player, shall I say, but he'll be up against still good players at PSG. So that'll be an interesting test to see
Yeah,
how that.
exactly. And that's another thing, you know, he would get tested in the championship, but you know, he'll definitely get tested in that league. So, you know, that's what he needs, and it's all good, you know. Is probably another player that potentially we'd have back in the future if he gets better in that, and you know, in the Premier League and we can get him. I don't see why not. You know, so it's good all round, really. And
Yeah,
we had half an inkling that we'd go when we done the retain list. You know, we had too many players, didn't we? Really, let's be honest.
yeah, we did. Yeah,
We wanted some signings, so we had an idea it would go, but I still think there's potential for another 3 to go. I do think someone will go, like we don't want to go. You know, Mengi, Kaminsky, maybe not Kaminsky, but Mengi, Elijah, someone. I think.
yeah. The four I'm thinking out of them
Bound
bigger
to
names you would say is Elijah, Doughty.
Doughty, even. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would just put Mengi and Kaminsky there, but again, I think because we've just signed them pretty much, you know, I think we'll be all right. Whereas Doughty and Elijah, I think Elijah might be all right. Doughty's the one for me where I'm still a bit, you know, well, skeptical, I guess you could say, on it. But again, if we wasn't, and I've said it personally myself, if he did go, you know, obviously it'd be gutting, you know, of course. But at the same time, if that was the case, I don't think it would happen because he seems to play as a centre back. But I'd like to see Bell as that wing back, you know, chop and change with him and Johnson, you know, on that side because I just feel like a lot of people, you know, Bell is better there and he has his freedom a bit more to go forward and get on the ball a bit more. Whereas sometimes he can be a bit, and it might not be him necessarily. It might just be what's being told of him when he is in the centre back position. But he seems a bit naive at times to go forward in that, because obviously then it will leave space and stuff like that. So we'll see, man. We'll see what goes on. But yeah, obviously we've got a couple of friendlies going on as well. Got one tomorrow at 12 in the UK, and then obviously we've got one on Tuesday as well. So yeah, we'll obviously briefly discuss them. When we next do the next hat show and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go through some more comments. Chris says, "Be interesting to see how Osho does. I thought it's good for you from games I've seen." Yeah, again, I'm not going to go on about favourite memories for Osho because we all know it. It's the Watford redemption story, like I say every time. So yeah, there's that. Uh, oh yeah, I know it's crazy, and it's absolutely crazy with them guys. But yeah, that's that. And then moving on to other news that has been rumoured. We'll start off with one that was rumoured for a couple of days. I think it's probably a silly rumour. Obviously, it's part of the title as well. Joe Taylor apparently wanted by them lot, which, if that is true, it shows that, let's be honest, who's the better club, who's on the rise. Because if this is the case, this is the second player they've tried to look at of ours recently. Obviously, the first one was rumoured to be Luke Berry, who's obviously now gone to Charlton. But yeah, this is crazy. Again, obviously he's been training. Did score the other day in the friendly game. Nice finish as well from Taylor. But I feel now, taking away, the Watford thing. I know they're trying to get him permanently, but we need to have him in and around the squad now. For me, because he's went on loan to two different teams last season. We've got top scorer for both of them. Two different leagues as well. And yeah, for me, we just need to keep hold of him. To be honest with you, because I feel, I said it to you earlier as well, Dad. You look at players like, say, obviously, touch wood, it doesn't happen, but the Championship's relentless. You play loads of games, and it happened last season. Say, for example, Elijah gets injured. Who have you really got as that other option? We see that Woodrow's, yeah, he can get a late goal, but overall, he's not he's not gonna always do that. And even games where he did step or have the opportunity, shall I say, like Man United, he didn't really do anything. You know, a lot of us wanted to see Taylor in the Premier League, involved in the squad, and we didn't quite see it then. So a lot of us believe he's definitely got that capability of going far, you know, and stuff like that. So for me, we need to have him in and around, that guy that's going to be behind Elijah and Morris. Obviously, if we keep Elijah, which I think we will, the only one I think might go out of the so-called bigger names you would say is Doughty, if any of them do go, that is. Which obviously we think at least one of them probably will. But yeah, like we just need that one there. I think McAtee might get loaned out again. I wouldn't mind seeing him in and around, but I just think he might get loaned out again. Taylor Harris, he's going to get loaned out again. So you look at it, he's the one you'd be most confident behind Elijah and Morris, in that pecking order, essentially. So that's my thoughts on it. We need to give them a go now. Even the player final, man, to come on and unlucky handball, it is a handball in today's football, but then to step up and take a penalty, it's crazy. That was his first goal for Luton. So for me, we need to be keeping him in that order, taking away who's actually trying to get him. Like we just need to keep him for reasons of, being that firepower option, you could say, or even start in certain games, especially probably the cup games, for example. So yeah, man. But yeah, your thoughts on this, Tad?
Well, a lot of it's just paper talk, isn't it? Like it's probably come out and looked at him or admired him or whatever, but realistically, they know they're never going to get him. Do you know what I mean? So let's put that to bed straight away. But yeah, he's earned the right to be in and around the squad, in my opinion. I really do. I'd be tempted if you're going to loan anyone out, loan Woodrow out. I just think he's earned the right. But it wouldn't surprise me because we was all surprised that Walton went back out on loan again. But then again, we did sign Shane another year contract. So, but if someone does go, he'll 100% be in and around the squad. But I think I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's like 60-40 that it will be. But it all depends, we might go out and sign a striker. That's maybe what it sounds like. McAtee, I feel potentially he has, but maybe like if you're going to loan him out, it's got to be to another championship team. Maybe someone who's just come up potentially. Still, he won't be allowed to play against us. Someone like Oxford, I think, or even Portsmouth. I know, we don't like them too much, but I think that could happen. But yeah, he definitely has earned the right to be in and around the squad, surely.
Yeah, sorry. Just see right now. You can actually watch the Luton game tomorrow.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, Luton have put something out. Yeah, I'm just trying to see how you actually do it. What you'd actually do it on. But yeah, no, that's quite interesting. So yeah, anyone wants to watch that, which I'm sure we will. Then yeah, it's on the website now. So make sure you have a little look at that. The new website as well looks pretty decent. Obviously, there's still a lot of adjustments to be made, but I'm liking it. And there's going to be an app soon, which is going to be good. I'll be getting that. So yeah, man, that's that when it comes to that. But yeah, Chris's thoughts on it. Taylor should stay around the squad now. Proved to be too good on loan in League 2 and League 1. And did well coming off bench. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly everything I've said, mate. He's got it for me. Taking away the rivalry factor. At the same time, what is the like? You have more chance of coming, back up with us, than you do with them. You know what they're like with managers. They got Tom Cleverley in, they'll probably sack him, in December. Let's be real, if they're not on a great run. So I just think, he should just stay. To be honest, I want him to stay. I wanted him to be in around the, when we got to the Premier League. So I believe he's that good. So yeah, Jackie's in the chat as well. Says hi, Ty does. Will be pissed if he goes to Shipment. Yeah, I don't think he will. My only worry is, like you say, Dad, is he maybe going to get loaned out again. I just don't want him to be honest, because I just feel he's got that. And like we say, we know Woodrow's just not. You got to move on sometimes. And Taylor just looks like he's on it constantly every time he gets the opportunity, whoever it's for. You see it at Colchester, you see it at Lincoln, you see it in the playoff final for us. I just feel he deserves that opportunity, but he's been playing in a lot of the friendly. Obviously, he's only played one friendly, but obviously he was, alongside starting in that. So in the first half, so yeah, man, we'll see, but I think he'll. I think he should be in the round, definitely, man. I think it's quality, to be honest with you. So we'll see, but yeah, I can't, like I say, can't see him going there. It's just a rumor, isn't it? Really. But the other thing, which is not a rumor, it is going to be true, unfortunately, and that is Alan Campbell set to leave Luton Town. Rob Edwards. I'm going to read what Rob Edwards has said on it. Al will be moving on, but at the moment he's training, he's here with us, and that's brilliant as we love having him around. Alan's an amazing professional and a brilliant guy, but he needs to get his career going again and get playing football as well. The difficult decisions, we always try and do it respectfully and be honest with people. We've always got to try to do things with the club's best interests at heart, and always in a way where there's got to be a human side to it. The players want to play and they know where they stand as well. So it's important I have these conversations with the lads. So yeah, that's what Rob Edwards has said on it. So he's set to leave, which I'm gutted about, like a lot of people are. I don't know if he was a Rob Edwards type player, because, since Rob Edwards come in, he didn't really get a lot of games, starting, and we were surprised at the time. But yeah, I'd love to, again, another player similar to Joe Taylor, I'd love to see in the Premier League, because with Campbell, we know even in the Championship at times, we had less possession, and he's a player that would just get stuck in and try and win the ball back. And yeah, man, again, really had good memories for us, again, sealing the win in the derby. And yeah, man, vital player. And yeah, just love the guy, man. So wish him all the best wherever he goes. But yeah, Dad, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's obviously got quality. Sometimes it just don't work out. Like I said, Rob Edwards was type player. I don't know because he is a fighter. So you could say probably he should be a Rob Edwards type player. Maybe they felt that I can't, his technical ability wasn't quite there. Who knows, really? He had a crap loan at Millwall. That doesn't help when you go out on loan. You don't. It's not as well. I think it's just been a bit unlucky, to be honest. There is always casualties when a new manager comes in, and unfortunately he's one of them. But I think he's a good player, and I think he could definitely play in the Championship, and I hope he gets a move to the Championship. Again, if I was Oxford, I'd be looking at him, and if he doesn't, Nathan Jones, mate, because he's definitely got the quality, and League One.
Yeah, exactly.
For it,
Him and Luke Berry in midfield. Oh, what midfield that is!
Yeah, I mean, maybe they've already, they've thought like, this guy's not going to be Premier League quality at this time, or it is what it is. It's football, isn't it? It happens, man. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, man. No, absolutely. I think he'll either go Scotland or Charlton because obviously Nathan Jones signed him, like I said. So I could see that.
Maybe he'll go to where we've got Dundee, isn't it? Where we've got
where Walton is. Yeah, he might do.
Might do.
Yeah, no, I just think I'd be Scotland because obviously that's where he's from. The surroundings, and that'll be easier for him to settle into, or Charlton because a lot of our former players have gone there, and obviously Nathan Jones signed him and stuff like that. So I think it'll be one of them teams. But yeah, the Millwall time, I felt sorry for him, to be quite honest with you. I'd like to say it's difficult for him to.
They changed manager.
Yeah,
that never helped. We had a couple like that as well, Burton, I think, Thorpe or someone, Watson. I mean, it's one of them still at the club, isn't it?
I believe Watson still is. I think, unless his contract ran out in June or July, whenever. June. But yeah, Thorpe's gone. I know that he's definitely expired. Yeah, I can't even remember. Man. It's because them lot are not like they weren't in and around the squad for ages. So you sort of just no disrespect, but you just sort of forget, sort of thing. It's like even when Fred, was on the bench that time, it's like what? You just didn't expect it. And plus, we didn't know that he could sign on, to be part of that squad in the Premier League. So, yep. Chris says, I think Watford are in big trouble at the moment. I put them in relegation zone. That's not to win brownie points off Luton, just my honest opinion. Now, again, mate, to be fair, like I say, I think everyone's gassing up Cleverly too much. I don't care if he's a former player. Like, it's nonsense. Like, you're either a good manager or a good player, or both. Do you know what I mean? And even then, you know what they're like. They'll go on a bad run, they'll probably sack him. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got them at home first, so let's humble them at home, hopefully, and then try and get something away. You know what I mean? Because recent away record is not the best, and vice versa. But we'll see, man. Jackie says, I wish him well. I hope Alan goes to a decent club. Yeah, no, absolutely. I hope he goes somewhere where, he'll play regularly, and he deserves it, man. Right. No bad words to say about Campbell at all, man. Right, at all. What a guy. I like Campbell. Big up to Darth Vader in the chat as well. He says, I like Campbell. I'm surprised Edwards not keeping him as a squad player. I don't think Edwards liked him at all. Yeah, I just think he weren't an Edwards type of player, which again, it sounds a bit mad because, he's a player that works hard. He's sort of the underdog player, underrated player, you could say. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just when he come in, he just never really got any starts. Like the only one I can actually think of was the derby. I think he started in that game. I don't even know if he definitely did, but obviously he got the goal, didn't he? Which sealed it. So yeah, it's a shame, but got to move on, I guess. And it's not like, replaced, decent. We still need more in midfield. That's the main priority, like I've been saying for numerous amount of weeks. But it's a decent start. Baptiste there. So, and obviously there should be, I'd say at least one or two more. But obviously you've still got some there. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what goes on. So yeah, there we go. Chris says Scottish Premiership, I reckon, for Campbell. Yeah, it's either, I agree, it's either there or Charlton for me. So yeah. Good evening, lads. Big up to yourself, Paul, in the chat, mate. And yeah, it's all interesting. I mean, like I say, briefly touching it, I guess we are playing tomorrow. I've seen a bit more on it. Apparently, it's £3 for the friendly tomorrow if you want to watch that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I've lost my password and that, so I've just re-registered in it. I think I'm not that bothered.
Yeah. Obviously, there's that. 12 p.m. kickoff. Yeah. So, yeah, we're playing a Danish top flight side, AGF, which will be pretty interesting to see. If Anderson plays, which everyone should, because to get run out half each and stuff. Obviously, he'll be playing against a team from his nation. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'll try and watch that myself. Could maybe even watch it together, Dad.
Yeah,
Potentially, especially now that that's come out, and briefly talk about it, I guess, in the next Hat Show or whatever. But yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Obviously, it's going to be rotate each half, because that's what you do in these preseason games. And then I know we're taking on a Ukrainian side on Tuesday as well. I can't remember what time the kickoff is for that. But yeah, we've got a lot of friendlies getting underway. And yeah, I believe it's abroad, isn't it? So I believe we flew out today, if I'm correct, unless this first one's at the stadium. Sorry, not the stadium, the training ground. I'm not too sure. But I know as we go on, we will be, having that time away like we did last season and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting. Be interesting to see what goes on there. But yeah, I think I had a little look at AGF, and where they finished and stuff like that. I think we'll beat them. It'll be a close game, but I think we'll win. Darth Vader says, "How can we watch a game?" Says £3, mate, on obviously the website, the Luton website. If you obviously pay for it, then you on your account, then you can watch it on there. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing, having a little watch of that, see how it is, see how hopefully the new signings are. You obviously the likes of Walters and Baptiste, see them in the flesh essentially. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to drop a score prediction because I don't really watch them, and it is as a friendly. But yeah, it'll be interesting there to see how that goes. But brilliant, well worth the £3. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing that I was screwed about, right? And we always mention this, Dad, when we watched us take on Norwich when they were high flying on the iFollow. Oh, that was a bit of a joke, man. Paid £10 just for it to lag. So at least £3 nowhere near as bad there. And again, new website and stuff like that. So it should be all right, to be fair. But
I've paid for it already. So
yeah, there we go. So
on it, mate.
Yeah, there we go. We could essentially watch that.
Well, it's in Luton as well. I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought they were flying out today.
Yeah.
The first 3 games, because they said behind closed doors, I thought they were abroad. So it must be the game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Where we fly out. Obviously not on Tuesday, but like a day or 2 days before or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, again, I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like. I might not see what it's like the first time for Luton, because I'm hoping to go to Portsmouth away. But I think there's games before actually where I'll be able to see, like I think I want to watch Burton Lincoln. There's a 5:30 on Saturday, not opening day of the season. I might watch that. To be fair, I'm quite.
Well, hopefully it'll be friendlies.
Yeah.
That we can watch.
Yeah. Right. Hopefully, we watch a game tomorrow together. Do you know what I mean? And go from there. actually been a while though, isn't it? Since we've actually seen each other.
Yeah,
So yeah, man, we'll probably do that. Might even do a little mini vlog from home, just mini thoughts and stuff. Nothing too major. So yeah, man, we'll discuss that. But Dad, any final things you want to say? There's not really
come on.
much else.
Looking forward to the next season coming up. Couple of weeks now, but really month.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Signings will come through thick and fast. I'm feeling quite confident already. So far, we've already got a good squad core, and the players we've added to it definitely 100% improve it. Players that we've lost: Baptiste, Lukonga, Kabore, the new lad from Arsenal. Like I say, we're going to replace him. We still need a couple more midfielders, definitely, because then we're strong everywhere else. You know what I mean? If we got a strong midfield, we'll be hard to beat, and we'll be pretty powerful. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So yeah, if you can watch the game tomorrow. We won't do a review of it and that, but if we can watch any more, maybe the next one will be on there as well. Who knows? Yeah. And hopefully we'll go to the one at Kenilworth Road, the last one.
Yeah, hoping to go to that Silver Vigo. I mean, let me know in the chat if any of you are. I know, obviously, I know most of you are season ticket holders and stuff, so you should be all right. But yeah, I want to really try and go to that one. I'm interested, like I said on the video I did the other day, Aspas, he used to play for Liverpool, and I know he weren't great there, but since he's went to Celta Vigo, he's top player. Seeing players like that, sick. There's Spanish fans as well.
Yeah.
At Kenilworth Road, it'd be quality, man. So yeah, hoping to do that one definitely. And briefly touch on the fixtures. Obviously, I did on T-Boy discusses, but a lot of them are, in fact, all of the first 5 are televised. So that's a positive to look at. Obviously, they're doing 20 times games, but a lot of them at the start are obviously there for us. The first game, Burnley, I'll be doing a watch along to that. What is the order again? Portsmouth away. Like so, I'm hoping to try and do that one. Tick it off as a ground. But yeah, let me just try and look at the games quickly, because I know the games. It's just the order. I know we've got Millwall as well away. So yeah, Preston away. I can't remember if that one's on anything. If I'm going to be honest, from memory. But then we got QPR. I know that's a Friday night, 8:00 game. So again, that's going to be obviously on TV. Millwall, which is obviously that's always early kickoff from my memory. Ever since Cornet scored that brace, top corner, bottom corner that game. So yeah, there's that. Sheffield Wednesday, I don't think that one is actually, but again, maybe this new website it'll be similar to iFollow in senses of showing games. Obviously, if you can't attend and stuff like that. And then obviously Plymouth, which I'm a bit annoyed about that Plymouth game, Friday night, which it's annoying how they've done this. And it's not just us. Like they do it for a lot of these teams, but it's just a joke, man. Like, yeah. It's annoying because again, that's one I'd like to do. Even though it's far, just get and tick it off. But yeah, I hope to do Portsmouth. Not too sure about the other ones. The earlier ones. Like I say, the home ones most of them will be watch-alongs, to be honest, or vlog from homes, depending on when they are. Like the Sheffield Wednesday ones and that, they might be vlog from homes. But yeah, this is what Darth Vader reckons when it comes to signings and how many we need, stuff like that. He says, I reckon we need another 6 and an 8 and another centre back. Then it comes down to if we sell anyone that we aren't planning on selling. Yeah, exactly. Like we said earlier, we think one of the bigger names might go. I think if I had to put, a guess on it, I would say Doughty out of them, bigger names. The other ones you'd put there. I don't think Mengi and Kaminsky, just because they've joined, it'd have to be a really good, reasonable offer, for that to happen. Elijah is the other one, but again, I think we'll be all right with Elijah, to be honest, for at least this season. But we'll see. I just think Doughty, because he's been rumoured with so many Premier League teams as well. I know Elijah has as well, but I just think the Doughty one's more it's more of a chance of happening because I know he's up there in a lot more stats, and Elijah would have been, if he didn't get injured. So yeah, that's what I reckon. But yeah, we definitely need two midfielders. I definitely agree with that, and another centre back. I've been saying that myself. But yeah, would you agree, Dad? 6 and an 8?
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, McAtee could be an 8, but I think we might loan him out again. And yeah, we're short there, so we need two. Otherwise we've got Clark and Ruddock.
Yeah.
They're decent enough. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think should be relying on them. Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree. I agree 100%. You reckon we need another left wing back, or would you be happy to go with Joe Johnson? For me, mate, like I've said, I wouldn't mind. It's probably not going to happen because he plays centre back a lot, but I wouldn't mind seeing Bell go back to that left wing back like we saw. We have seen, because he has that freedom to go forward, and he just, for me, feels more comfortable there. Don't get me wrong, there is certain games he was good in centre back, but I just feel he's better there, and then chop and change between him and Joe Johnson. I wouldn't mind to see that because you've got loads of cover, and you've got to think if we get another centre back, which we all think we should, who have you got there then? You've got Anderson, you've got Holmes, you've got Burke, you've got Mengi, how many's that? What's that, 4? There must be another one that I'm forgetting.
The new lad from Arsenal can play there.
Yeah, well. yeah. He can play centre back as well. Yeah, he can play various positions. He can even play in right midfield. So, yeah, man, I think I wouldn't mind, to be honest, seeing him. I wouldn't mind seeing Johnson at all. Like, of course not. Like, I believe he's a quality player. I've said that for a while. He's got the potential, definitely. And he will be in and around the team. But yeah, Bell and Johnson for me is the ones. But if we did, say Doughty left and we got someone, I wouldn't mind it. But I just feel there's obviously other priorities, really. But anything you'd like to add on that?
No, that's it, really. What we was just discussing, yeah.
Yeah. Chris says, I thought EFL should have went to the Zone, to be honest, because they're the best streaming device out there. Yeah, they're pretty good. But yeah, it's interesting. Darth Vader says, if you want to come to any games around Northwest, give me a shout or accommodate you guys. Yeah, big up to yourself, mate. Obviously, we'll let you know and stuff like that. So yeah, there we go. Agreed. Bell defo. Yeah, exactly. Like, and don't get me wrong. When the unfortunate situation with Lockyer happened, Bell did take the armband before Morris, and he was playing in that centre back role, and he was decent there, but I just feel he's got that freedom, you know what I mean? And
and in the Championship as well, like,
exactly.
Time in the Premier League as well, just going past players and that.
And I remember, because the season we went up,
right? We've got that experience in the Premier League. I'll tell you now, it's going to count for a hell of a lot for some of the players, especially with the keeper, because they'll get that second on the ball. There'll be more mistakes in the game. Do you know what I mean? You have more luck, and all of that will add to confidence. And with the squad we've got, we should be well up there. When we ain't even finished the transfer business yet either. We're already good, I think.
I agree, and it's not even just us as well. I look at other teams, right? Burnley, I'll say they'll be up there again because Parker is experienced, when it comes to this level, and getting teams over there. So I would say they will. Leeds, I'm not sure, man, because they've got to sell players. This is what people are forgetting. They've got to sell players. I don't think Sheffield United, as long as they keep Chris Wilder, they'll be up there, to be honest. Obviously, there'll be a few surprises. There always is, and I think a few teams like Coventry might be up there. I think Bristol City, that's probably a bold claim for me, but I just think they're on the up, season upon season. Didn't they beat Leicester last year as well, didn't they? Remember that we watched that together.
Yeah.
So I think there'll be certain surprises, but overall, you also look at the teams that went down last season; they were all up there. So for me, there's no reason why we shouldn't be in the top 3, at least, in my opinion. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what formation Edwards goes with this season, if it's 4 or the back 5. Yeah, I mean, I had a little discussion the other day on the video. I did think or do think, sorry, it probably will be the same. The only thing you might change is maybe the midfield, like the amount of people in midfield or attack, in the sense of, does he maybe start to play a few, more players out wide instead of like cam sort of positions. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, would you reckon that?
Well, we might get a glimpse of it tomorrow. So
Mm.
yeah, I know like he likes to interact his midfield, like sometimes play a cam and then sometimes not. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's where midfield's key of who he signs. And I think we might see a little bit of that tomorrow in the midfield. A little different tweak there. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I think I'm going to say it's 5, but we'll see. Based on
Yeah,
the song.
I think so. I mean, the last time from memory that we played a midfield four. I don't really want to remember it because obviously that was the Grimsby game from my memory. But again, if we're going to do it in pre-season, I don't care. It's an experiment at the end of the day, isn't it? So, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. But yep, Chris also says our home away and home league games are televised already. Gillingham away, that'd be interesting because they're doing all right the last couple of years. Gillingham, didn't they? Give us a run for our money in the League Cup. Derby versus Barrow, yeah, that was sick. I might actually have to watch that. To be fair, if we're not playing at the same time, and then obviously Stoke in the Carabao Cup as well, which obviously we're in round 2 of that, guys. Obviously most of you know, but yeah, because obviously where we didn't finish rock bottom, so we were all right. Us and Burnley were all right. What's that? Sorry.
That's what I mean. We've got to buy.
Yeah, exactly. So we finished there. So there's that. Big up to Lennon as well. He says, "Yo, big up to yourself, mate." But yeah, man, like I say, that's it really. There's not really anything else to talk about. Like I say, we're playing tomorrow in a friendly. We were able to watch that. So probably do a mini vlog from home. Just a mini one. Won't do a review or anything like that, like we say, because it's not major. But we'll just get our thoughts as it goes on and stuff like that. And yeah, obviously, if any other news comes out next week, probably do a video the same point or stream, shall I say, the same time as today. And then obviously, if it comes out during the week, as in, say for example, Wednesday and stuff, then obviously I'll do a T-Boy discusses and stuff like that. And yeah, any more outgoings, ingoings, it'll be anything really. And then obviously we got the Euros, the last bit of the Euros. I will be doing a short tomorrow preview like I've been to all the games. And then, yeah, it's the big one on Sunday. Well, I mean, I'm a bit nervous, but hopefully England do it. It would be sick, to be fair. But we'll see. I mean, there's rumours today that Southgate might get another, chance for the World Cup if we win. There's rumours of a new contract. I mean, I'm not going to say too much, and until the game's finished on Sunday, and then I'll go from there. Really, with my thoughts on that, if that is set to be true and stuff like that. But I guess so because actually, no, we'll do it now. Seeing that you won't be on the channel until obviously tomorrow, but when it comes to just a quick prediction, for England on Sunday.
I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to go to penalties, and I think we'll win on penalties.
That, do you know what? That'd actually be crazy because obviously the last final in the Euros, obviously we've got to lost on penalties. So then if we had that redemption of winning, that'd be sick.
I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it could happen. It could very much happen. I mean, I actually last time I predicted penalties was that Switzerland game.
Yeah, I also think they will step up in the game as well.
Oh yeah. The last game was the best game, especially that first half. That first half was immense. That's how we should be playing football. Like I said at the time. But yeah, I'll save mine for tomorrow. But yeah, I do agree. Especially if we play how we did, it'll be a close game. And I do think Spain are vulnerable defensively. I think the only one I rate is Campbell out of that back four, and they haven't really been tested defensively. But their attack's, really good, and so is ours. So if we play like how we have, it would be much closer than I would have thought, before the semi-final. So Paul's gone in with a 2-1 England. Jeez, is that in 90 minutes? That would be scenes. Getting the job done in 90 minutes, mate. I'll tell you that. Well, it'll be scenes anyway, but yeah, man, we'll see. Yeah, literally, Chris. And that links into my thoughts on the Southgate stuff. Is it actually going to come home, or is it going to be the same old? But yeah, Chris has gone 2-2 England on penalties, same as you, Dad. Penalties win. That's the only way I fancy us to win. If we attack them, we got chance. Yeah, exactly. First time this tournament, I've been positive. Yeah, facts. Yeah, exactly that. But yeah, man, big up to everyone that's tuned in. Smash a like if you haven't already. Do subscribe as well to the channel as well if you haven't already. And yeah, a few bits of content now then tomorrow. I'll say we'll do a little mini vlog from home, and then obviously I will do my thoughts on the England game later on in the evening. So keep an eye on that on the shorts, and follow me across all the socials if you're not already. And yeah, man, that's it really. That's it. So big up to yourselves, guys, and until next time, we will see you lot in a bit. Take care and peace.
Peace.
Up the town.